What's up, everybody? My name is Thiago, and today we're gonna talk about how to measure what matters. Now, yeah, I know that the title of the video is misspelled. I mean, I wrote a measure without the A, but it turns out that the majority of people that are looking for this phrase, specifically this phrase on YouTube, they are writing measure without the A. So I thought, I'm gonna solve two problems with this video. First one, I'm gonna talk about metrics, and the second one, if you were like me that always forget the A on the measure, this will make you remember that next time you can put an A if you're writing in English, but if you're using French, for example, there's not an A, and if you're using Portuguese, there's a D because it's mesure and not measure. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna talk about metrics, most specifically, how can you use metrics to improve your OKRs. Just a little bit of context, if you don't know Teodora, if you don't know OKRs, or if you're getting to this video because you look for Teodora, you see him talking about OKRs and you want to look further. So yeah, OKR stands for objective and key results, and usually the objective is the phrase of what you want to achieve in the near future. And the key results is how are you gonna measure and track your progress if you are close or far away from this objective you've set. However, in this video, I'm gonna set the stage. I'm gonna help you to set the stage to have a great OKR, but we're gonna talk about metrics. Then I'm gonna do another video talking specifically about OKRs, okay? Because there are 5 steps for you to have great metrics, and the first one is to understand and to watch this video from the beginning to the end. First thing is take the objective that you have and take a look from different angles, okay? But how is that supposed to be? Well, for example, first angle you can look, customer angle, the customer point of view. And for the customer, you might have different kinds of customers, right? You have some customer segments. Second, from the business point of view, and the third one from the tech point of view. So already you have 3 different angles, and the first angle it's several because you have several different customer segments, probably more than one. Okay, so you have at least 4 angles to see your objective. Then while you're doing it, think, okay, as a customer, how can I measure what is the metric that I may use? Then do the same for another segment of customers, then repeat the same exercise for the business, and then from a tech point of view, it's like a brainstorm of metrics. So you break apart from different angles and you try to think which metrics may be interesting for this point of view, from this point of view, okay? Then you have the wall full of post-its and each one is one metric. Okay, now it is time to categorize your metrics. I'm gonna take one part of a framework that is here on the card if you wanna see the video of the entire framework, but I'm gonna take the categories, the categorization that fit for purpose puts into metrics. So now the exercise is the following. Take all your metrics and try to categorize them into 4 categories, 4 groups, okay? The KPIs. So the KPIs is basically for your customer segment. So all the metrics that you had on the point of view of the customer, you're gonna attach to this group. Then you have the health indicators, which are all the metrics that you don't feel you have to check in a weekly basis or in a monthly basis. They should be always in your radar so you don't lose track of it, but you don't have to measure it often. So you can take those metrics and you can put on the health indicators. And let's take the improvement drivers. So what are the metrics that you're gonna follow, I don't know, in a weekly basis to track progress? So take these metrics and group them on this improvement drivers group. And the fourth one, the metrics that you thought it would be interesting, but actually you cannot take nothing out of it, you can put them on the vanity metrics group, meaning all the metrics that will make you feel really good, really awesome, but they are not at all actionable from any point of view. Customer, the business, or tech, they are not health, they are not improvement, so they are just something that you take a look and say, ah, oh, that's so beautiful. For example, the number of downloads of an app. Doesn't do nothing if you have 1 million downloads, but you have like 3 active users per week, So that's what I'm talking when I'm talking about vanity metrics. Now we're going to narrow a little bit down, so you have the most solid and legit metrics for our reality, or actually for your reality. So all the metrics inside the vanity group, dump them. Don't worry, don't look at it. I don't know, maybe if you're gonna do a pitch for, I don't know, to raise some funds, you can use them, but for now, let it be, okay? They're not one thing less for you to think of. Try to prioritize the 5 most important for you. Try to balance between KPI, health indicators, and improvement drivers. I want you to rank them by complexity to measure or cost. The complexity might be it's too hard to measure it. I have to, I don't know, manually count 1,000 lines on a manual diary or whatever, on a journal written by hand. Or cost effective. I have to pay a lot of money to do. I don't want to extract from the database. I'm taking exaggerated examples here. So everything that it's either too complex, either too expensive to measure, cross them out. Now take the rest of the metrics you have and let's set the values. Use the current values that you have today on your product or on your service. The number or the percentage behind those metrics. All the hard work you already done, you get so far. Now we're gonna set the targets. I mean, by setting the targets, I'm saying, so this is where you are today, where you wanna be tomorrow. So we have 3 possibilities here. Either you want to increase something, either you want to decrease something, either you want to keep something, right? Usually that's the 3 common targets that we have. The 5th step is basically you're gonna write down and just see if this metric with this value and target you've set is answering properly to the objective you have. And that's it. You have your metrics set up. If you like the video, you can leave a like, okay? And if you want this to be, the next video to be about OKRs, type in here in the comment section on YouTube or on LinkedIn, whatever you're watching this video, okay? Thank you very much. I really enjoying this moment with you here. And yeah, I hope you keep coming back, so hit the subscribe button. And yeah, the last thing I would like to say is